Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Again, today we're going to talk about security profiles and logging. And this is actually a very important topic. And let's start with the first topic, which is traffic types of logging. We have three types of logging. We have forward, local, and in and out, and sniffer. Right, these are the logs available in the firewall. So forward traffics are traffics that are going through the firewall, like for example from LAN to WAN to LAN, or WAN to DMZ, or VPN to LAN. Anything that's incoming and outgoing from the interface is going to be saved on the forward traffic. Okay, local are anything that comes from the Fortigate itself, or to the Fortigate itself from the Fortigate itself locally. Okay, like Fortigate query, syslog, FortiAnalyzer. Okay, like admin, SSH. Yeah, these things that are locally. Sniffer is captured using diagramming. Yeah. So security profiles only hack forward traffic. Okay, security profiles basically you will find it on the forward traffic. Okay, the main concepts of logs in FortiGate firewall is forward traffic, logs, and report forward traffic. And event logs we have here, and security logs. Security logs are inside forward traffic logs, like you can find antivirus or something. Logging modes per policy. We have security events. It logs only blocked and monitored actions. Remember this one. We have two modes, right? Remember on the policy when we configure the firewall. Let me show you first in actual firewall configuration. So this is a firewall, right? So when we make any firewall policy, which right now we don't have any policy, but let's make any policy here. Okay, and and incoming will be port 2, outgoing will be port 3, and the source, let's put it all for now, service all. And we have here security event in all sessions, right? Log allowed traffic. Whenever we make any new policy, by default it's going to be secure. It's going to log only security events, right? And that's actually the best practice, because if you put it all sessions, it's going to log everything. It's not recommended for to save disk space and to make it less resource on the firewall as well. So we can make security events only blocked and monitored actions. That's it. If the traffic is allowed, it will not be available on the. It will not be logged. Okay. And best use case internet with all session, every single session, allowed, denied, whatever. To log everything. Okay. And disable nothing. Okay. All sessions on high volume link can fill disk an hour. All sessions is not good because it will fill the disk for storage. Okay. And let's say we have here the traffics. We have the system. Here, logs and reports, right? We have forward traffic here. Okay, here you can see all the traffics that are going through the firewall. Okay, going to and from the interface. Okay, on the firewall, incoming and outgoing traffics. Here local is only for internal internal traffic, like for generated by the firewall or from the firewall to the firewall, internally, like when you Events is like, for example, let's say we have view system events like high availability events, like one server is down or others takes over, something like that. Like it will show here system events, general system events, like here now. Yeah, I just logged in successfully from the console here, and it got an IP one and through the HCP Fortigate started here. And this is basically system events, router events. We don't have a router here. VPN, if we have a VPN, view event related to VPN here. User event we don't have here. Yeah, this kind of events. This antivirus, web filter, SSL, all this are actually security profiles. Okay, but let's test forward traffic. Let's try to generate some traffic here. Okay, I'm just going to make sure that we have a policy already here. Let's create one policy just for test purpose, LAN to 1, and let's make it incoming from port 2, outgoing from port 1. Source will be all, and service will be all, and leave it all as it is. Create event. Okay, so we put one traffic here, and let's make sure the interface is actually set up. Let's make this one port 1 to 1, and okay, and port 2, let's put it in LAN, and let's give it an IP here, 192.168.1.1/24, and let's allow ping and this one, and that's about it. Let's open our PC. This is our topology. This is our PC, and this is the Fortigate, and this is the internet. Let's open the network connections tab, label, and this is, let's wait for it to get IP through the HCP. Yeah, so yeah, actually we didn't go through how this works, but let's go through it, like how it works. The HCP is basically it's using this interface, right? So to use the HCP, you just have to make it LAN, role LAN for this port that's connected to the PC, and you can add IP with the subnet mask, the default gateway here, and then you can use this one, the HCP server. Yeah, you have to enable this one, because if you don't enable this one, it's not going to work. You have to enable this, the HCP server. Okay, you have to add the address range here. Okay, like from this IP to this IP, and you have three options to default gateway, same as the interface IP, which is this one, which is the best way, or you can specify manually here. DNS, you can use the same system DNS, which is using Fortigate's DNS, or you can use same as the IP, or you can specify manually. Like from here, you can specify like 8.8.8, which is actually usually better way. 8.8. This is Google's DNS. This is the least time, which is 6, and we have advanced here also. We have option here, server and relay. Relay, we've talked about it in our CCNA course. Relay is basically if you have an external Windows server or acting as a DHCP server, for example. You don't want this Fortigate to be the DHCP server. You can just type the IP here and relay to the other DHCP server. Yeah, we don't need that now. We just move to the next stage, and that's basically how this local traffic. Okay, let's move on to the. Okay, let's do some action and we'll get back to it. Let's do some other things. So remote logging, basically we have something called Forti-Analyzer. Okay, best reports analytic retention. Forti-Analyzer, it's a device that stores the logs, right? So now you can set your logs to go to the Forti-Analyzer. Okay, because in the local disk only it will store only for 7 days. It's temporary, maximum it should be for 7 days. After that it should go to either transfer it to Forti-Analyzer or something else, outside of the firewall. Okay, firewall policy evaluation order. Yeah, so let me show you how the log settings here works. Disk usage, free space 28, enable local report, historical. Logs older than 7 days are deleted from the disk. It tells you here exactly what it does. Okay, and if you want to do remote logging or archiving, you can do it using the here send logs to Forti-Analyzer. If you enable it, it will give you a server. Here you can enter the IP and just transfer your logs there. Basically that's it for logs, but let's see the policy evaluation order for policies. Let's say this is the firewall, right? So let's go to the firewall. Okay, this is how it works. First interface, find candidate profiles. Okay, interface and source destination matches, and then policy lookup, top down. Top down, this one. So you can go through the policy like this. You can filter policies by this also. Let's say by port if you want, by incoming port, and protocol, search, and adds details also. You can two things we need to know actually: next generation firewall modes comparison, profile based and policy based. So profile based is flow plus inspection plus proxy, and high most deployment. Yeah. So what we need to know is that there are two ways to implement the security profile, either through policy based or profile based. This is actually the most used way, profile based, and system settings. Yeah, and we have two types, flow and proxy. Stay profile based unless you have very specific performance. Basically this is what they mean. Here we have inspection mode here, right? Flow based or proxy based. Okay, the difference is flow based is basically yeah, it is faster. Okay, but proxy based is slower, but it's more secure. Okay, it's more thorough. Yeah, that's the main difference between flow and proxy. Inspection mode, when to use what? The flow is fast. Okay, this one is fast, and pattern matching also it has. Yeah, so security profiles like application control, most IPS, policy based engineering, they need this one, flow, but it has limited visibility. Okay, so for I mean for SSL inspection, like it's recommended to use proxy based, and it's also slow full reassembly, web filter, warning, page authentication, replacement messages. All this we can use the proxy. Okay, for everything else we use flow. So need warning, yeah. So let's say you want a warning page instead of an authentication page, use proxy. But if you need like application control or maximum speed, you use flow. So the idea is like what's warning page and authentication page. Let's say that we have you want to block for people, let's say for your employees, like facebook.com. okay, like you want to show only a warning page, not block entirely. Okay, you can put a warning there. Okay, like you can from Fortigate, they will see a warning when they visit the site. And then if they say visit, authenticate, it will ask them to authenticate before they are allowed to see this website. Okay, like they have a specific user and password, and they can only see this website if they authenticate. Okay, if you need this kind of features, you have to use proxy based. You cannot use flow based. Okay, if you need maximum speed or application control, you have to use flow. These are the key points that we need to understand actually. And to do it from the CLI, you can use set inspection mode, proxy and flow. And we have to learn about SSL in order to, before we go to security profile, because actually SSL and HTTP inspection is important. Without SSL inspection, web filters, app control, DLP, IPS, almost blind to HTTPS. Okay, without SSL inspection, this one, HTTP, firewall cannot see actually any website or application is using HTTPS. Okay, without this one, this SSL inspection, the website, the firewall cannot see. We have two modes. Certificates inspection only looks at the certificate, fast and no man in the middle attack, while deep inspection, full decryption, needs CA certificate trusted by client. Okay, this is what we need to know. We have here certificate inspection, right? This is just a basic inspection. Okay, only looks at the certificate, fast and no in the middle. Well, however, only HTTP packets can use this actually, something like that. Like let's say if you have deep inspection, it's more thorough, or full decryption. Okay, so import or generate CA cert, export, install. Now we're diving into SSL inspection. So the purpose of SSL and SSH inspection, many modern attacks use encryption. Without SSL, SSH inspection. Okay. HTTPS traffic is invisible to IPS, app control, antivirus, web filter. Okay, that's why we need the SSL inspection. Malware, phishing sites, bad apps pass through encrypted traffic. Okay, SSL and SSH inspection is what gives Fortigate visibility into an encrypted tunnel. Understand? So that's why we need deep inspection. Fully for web filter, especially for web filters, it fully decrypts SSL TTLS traffic, inspects content to inspect content. Only inspects, this is deep, but certificate inspection only inspects SSL handshake. So for web filter, application control, IPS, AV, antivirus, all this we need full deep inspection. Okay, we shouldn't use certificates inspection. Okay, it has to be deep inspection. Okay, we use only certificate inspection for basic, only inspect for basic filtering. That's it. Yeah, and deep inspection is more CPU intensive. Visibility, full content. Okay, and can break some apps and banking up with certificate pinning. However, certificate inspection only the SSL info validity, not that much information. For strong security, lab interface, deep inspection. Inspection method, we have Fortinet CA. Fortigate installs its own root CA on the endpoint, required to decrypt HTTPS without browser errors. Blocked or untrusted certificate traffic must with the trusted or blocked certs blocked. Important for security but may break internal app if cert is self-signed. Server certificate checks the hostname and certificate match the requested site. Ensure traffic uses secure ports. Protocol mark. Exempt from SSL inspection. So let's have a look at what it is. This is SSL and SSH encryption. So this is the certificate inspection. Okay, this is read-only SSL handshake profile. Okay, so this is only the it has a root CA, which is its own CA certificate. Blocked, untrusted, allowed. Okay, let's check the deep inspection here. Yeah. Exempt. Inspect all ports or just common ports like 443, 465 and 993. Okay, recommended inspect all ports, otherwise malware may hide on random port. So you can click this one, this is recommended, because malware can hide on random ports. But you can click inspect all ports here and enforce SSL cipher negotiation compliant, secure encryption protocol. Yeah, make sure that you are using the traffic is using secure encryption protocols like version 3 or the latest TLS 2, 3. So let's go ahead here, this one and this one, and server checks the host name in the certificate match the requested site, prevents man in the middle attack. This one, it's enabled by default. Blocked or untrusted traffic with untrusted or blocked certs should be blocked, not allowed. Here, should be blocked. And important for security but may break internal app if cert is self-signed. And root required to decrypt HTTPS or IPS. Exempt from SSL inspection. Okay, these are like, let's say Google Drive, Apple updates, Microsoft updates. Some applications are naturally secure. Always log SSL exemption for visibility. Like we can make here, we can specify which ones here by which is actually this log SSL exemptions. You can log also here. And SSH inspection inspects traffic over SSH. Common options. This controls Fortigate behavior when certificate is invalid, expired, or in this one. Invalid SSL certificate. We have expired certificates, block, revoked certificate, block, validation timed out, keep untrusted and allow. And yeah, these are the things what we will do in case of each. Log everything first, then enforce blocking gradually to avoid breaking service. This actually, you have to log the SSL anomalies and log SSL exemptions. Yeah, and SSH deep scan. Okay, you can also use that one. Okay, so basically that's the idea of the SSL inspection. We can go to the web filter now. this is the security profile. You can go here, security profile, web filter. Here, let's say we can create a new web filter here. Okay, so let's say web filter is like when you want to block some website or pages from users, prevent access from users. We can use web filter. It's a feature available in next generation firewalls that is used by it's used to prevent access to specific websites or pages. Okay, usually the way it works is like we can just type here test, okay, and we can keep it flow based, but as this it's preferred to be proxy based, right? For web, we've discussed here on previously, but why that is like we have here if you need warning page and authentication, use proxy, and usually it's recommended to use proxy for web filter. Actually, see, web filter, warning page, authentication, replacement message, also encrypted traffic with SSL inspection. So for web filters, better to use proxy based. Okay, for application filter we can use flow based. So you see the difference. When we move to the proxy based, we got more features here. These features were not available. Static URL filter and search engine, all this, no, static was there but search engine was not there, and rating options was there. Proxy options, this one was not there. So let's have a look at this. So the first step is just you type a name here, that will work, any name in the comment, and we'll use proxy based. And Fortigate category based filter. Okay, this is like filtering engine, okay, in Fortigate. It's called Fortigate web filtering. This is it. So this is filtering engine in Fortigate. Okay, basically what it does is it categorizes all the different websites that are available, okay, into multiple categories. Like for example, let's say we have here let's say we have social media, social networking, right? Okay, so probably Facebook will be inside, and inside this category, and other like Instagram, all will be inside this category. Okay, and we have also like other like entertainment, art. So how we know whether like, let's say, where is Facebook exactly here, or YouTube, something, in which category it is available. So in order for us to block, to decide whether to allow, block, or monitor, or whatever, we can use this site, Fortigate.com web filter. You can type here, for example, let's see, 1 second, FGU. Okay, so let's put on the top Facebook.com. No, let's put it this way. It's telling you here that it's in the social networking site category. Okay, it's trustworthy, and this is what we need to know. So we know now that Facebook is inside this category, right? In social networking category here, this one. So now you can decide like if you want to allow or delete or block. Okay, note, if you click allow, this traffic will not be logged, right? It will, okay. If you click monitor, it's going to log traffic. It's not going to block, it's just going to monitor. That's it. This is for logging only. If you click block, it's going to block you. It will not let you access the site at all. Okay, also it will log. It's on the forward traffic. If you click warning, however, you can specify like how often you want to show the warning, like every 5 minutes here, or every few seconds, or no, for an hour. Like it will show you a page. It will give you a page that this you cannot access this page, and you have to wait for this some time. Let me show you how it will look. The page, Fortigate warning, web filter. Yes. No, let me show you this one. Okay, this is page Fortigate intrusion block override. Open image to a new page. Open image to a new page. Okay, so I have different pictures here. I will show you. So yeah, so this is in case you block the category. Like for example here, it's blocked. I'll show you web blocked. Yeah, I'll show you like this, and it's going to also show you like this if it is in warning, right? And yeah, so basically that's how it will show. And yeah, that's the difference between warning and authenticate. Authenticate will ask you to ask for authentication every, like let's say for every 1 hour or some time. You can add like user here, like a user, any user you have, or you can create someone here, like create a user, and it will show like this, username and password. You have to put the username and password every time you want to, every based on the interval. Okay, that's the difference. Remember, warning and authenticate will not be available, will not show if you use flow based. It will not work properly. It works only on proxy based. And we said also allow on monitor. Allow will not be logged. Allow traffic will not be logged. Will log only monitor, block, and warning and authenticate. Yeah. So basically that's it. And yeah, uses, yeah, it's it uses FortiGuard cloud database. Yeah, that's cloud database. Categories websites into 93 categories. We have social networking, malware, phishing, adults. Yeah, we have too many categories, right? And device, yeah, you need license actually for FortiGuard in order to access. You see, this device is not licensed. In order to see this. So we have general interest here. Yeah, yeah, flow based. Yeah. So the next topic that we need to talk about is category usage here. This one is actually it's used. Let's say you want to put let's say you want to put a quota for a specific category, like these are web filtering categories. Let's say you want to put, yeah, set time for this, or traffic, limit the traffic quota for this. You can do it by this, like if the users like has exceeded like a specific limit, then we can block, or yeah, you can put a quota here, like by time, either by time, like after 1 hour or 2 hours, like this, or by traffic. You can set traffic based on the category here, and the category also we can, yeah, Fortigate will filter categories. Yeah, so that's how you can here allow users to override blocked categories. Let's say you blocked a category, okay, an entire category, okay, but you want some groups or users to use this category actually, okay. And so what will you do? The original user or group must be specified in the source policy using this profile. Yeah, so we can specify like this specific group of people can actually for those people yani we can allow for them to use this to check this category here. This is this to enforce safe search. You know, in Google we have safe search, Bing we have safe search, right? You can force it by here. Here restrict YouTube access. Here log all search keyword. Okay, like category usage quota allows time-based. Yeah, like allows time-based access. Like you can allow 1 hour per day social media, and yeah, this is actually also. It's not even showing when if you use the flow-based, right? This category usage only works when you use proxy-based. Okay, and this enforce search engine. It's first, yeah, restrict YouTube access, restricted mode, activeness without log all search keyword. Right, and there is one more here. That's very important actually, static URL filter. So this is what it does. Basically it's going to like allow you to add rules here. Okay, let's say for example Facebook. You put here facebook.com. We have type simple, regular expression, or we make it simple, exempt, and block or allow or monitor. Let's keep it allow here. Okay, status enabled. Okay, so you added here allow, right? Now your question should be like, now when you try to access facebook.com, it's going to allow you, right? But if you, let's say we put here yeah, but here social media we blocked it, right? So you can ask, why will it allow me to access this page? The thing is, it's going to choose this one first. We'll go through this first, the static URL filter first. Okay, it checks here first. If it's allowed, it will let you through. Okay, if it's blocked, it will check, it will go through like this one. This is checked first before categories. Before categories, allowed is checked. Static URL filters, then URL filter overrides, then Fortigate categories. Okay, so this is checked first. Okay, we have here block malicious URL discovered in content filter. Rating is that Fortigates. Okay, طيب bad malicious URL, yeah, content rating allows website or rating errors. Fortigate cannot classify site on or off. Express enable business connected or restrict Google account usage specific domain. Yeah, basically that's the point of. So let's continue with the now let's go through it, the summary of what we learned until now. Static URLs filter overrides everything. This means that this one, whatever you specify here, it's going to override everything. Okay, like here, even if you noticed, even if I blocked here social networking on the category based, if I put allow here, it's still going to allow me to access facebook.com. Okay, or even if I allowed there and blocked here, it's going to do the same. It's going to check first here and then check for other filters, override here, and then it's going to check the category last. Okay, and yeah, FortiGuard categories need license. In order to use FortiGuard, you need license. We have two types of inspection points: flow-based and proxy-based. Okay, proxy-based full control, flow-based fast and limited. So web filtering proxy, yeah. So let's talk about the second topic, which is application control. Okay, this tells Fortigate which application are allowed, monitored, or blocked, regardless of the port or IP. File meaning profile exists, but it's not applied to profile. Okay. And a big idea what each category. Yeah. So you just need to go through the application control here. Okay, let's try this one. Let's open this one and see what it says. You just put your name here, the name of the application control filter. Okay, and we add here we already have specified some categories already. You get it by default. Like if you go here, you want to create a new category here, it's going to come to you here. You just type the name here, and here these are the categories. Okay, for application control. So those categories, okay, what do they mean? We have defined each one here. So if you see business here, it means like under business category we have like ERP, CRM, SaaS tools. Under cloud IT we have AWS, Azure API, collaboration teams. Email we have Gmail, Outlook. Game we have online games, general interest, random, popular apps. P2P, BitTorrent or file sharing. Proxy, VPN, very important. Yeah, this proxy is important actually. Yeah, VPN tunneling up. Remote access, RDP, social medias like this. So basically this is what each category needs. Like you can, yeah, the difference between application control and web filter is that web filter it usually does it blocks or allows traffic based on the website, right? The category that the website is at. Right. So the application control it focuses on the application, not the site. Okay, specific application. These categories are for specific applications. Okay, not just the port of the application. Like you can, for example, for business, I can just block, allow, or quarantine. Quarantine, you can do it only for specific time, right? Like how many days you want to quarantine this application, hours or minutes. You can specify here, and we have here allow, block, and quarantine. So we can see view signature here. You can see all the signatures for the specific one. Okay, and yeah, it's the same idea here. You can either monitor, allow, block, or quarantine. Okay, quarantine is only for specified time. Network protocol enforcement. This means like let's say you have a 443 here HTTPS, right? Or let's choose let's choose pop 3. Okay, pop 3 should be 110, right? So we will block any pop 3 protocol that's not using this port. That's the idea of this. Okay, or we can put monitor. Yani some protocols, if to make sure that each protocol is using its correct port. Okay, it's checking. So that's basically the idea of network protocol. Let's see here. Protocol validation, like port 80 must be HTTP, right? Port 43 must be for HTTPS. Yeah. So application filter overrides. Overrides is basically the same concept of static filter URL, right? In web filter we use static filter URL, right, to override the category based filters, right? So let's say you want to override here, use it based on the filter here or based on the application. Let's do it based on the filter here. Let's choose a filter. Let's say we want to block all social media. Okay, filter must include at least one non-category filter. Filter selected above will match the following application. Application. Okay, we can just go here. We have too many applications here. Let's just use by filter. Let's filter by Apple Business. Okay. So if you go, let's say we choose here social media. Okay, and here we will choose Facebook. No, it took me out 1 second. We were here, right? The application filter overrides. Filter, let's choose social media, and I just want Facebook, right, to block Facebook. All I have to do is just what exactly? Filter selection will match for an application. Yeah, we have here Facebook. Here you have let's just disable all this Facebook related stuff and block it. I think this is it. So Facebook will be blocked. This is the application filter override. Same like web filter, static URL filter is going to block this first, and then it will only first see this one. Says this one. Even if you allow social media here, you'll see this one's blocked using the vendor. Yeah, so basically that's the idea. Block application detected on like overrides lets you make exceptions. Example, block all social media but allow LinkedIn. Right now no override. Yeah, but that's the idea of overrides. Okay, detected on non-default port. Bits torrent running on port 443 block. Strong security control command. Yeah, so basically some let's say BitTorrent or torrent is like running on 443. shouldn't, right? It has its own port, but if this happen, like you can use this, enable this one, like to make sure the port and protocol are how it should be. Mapping is correct. This is to log DNS traffic. Let DNS through even if app control blocks stuff. Prevents internet is blocking complaint. Always keep this enabled. Yeah, we have to keep this one. Log DNS traffic. DNS should be allowed. Track Google UDP based protocol. Enabled faster browsing, harder to inspect. Many admins disabled for to improve visibility. Application is blocked by company policy. Purely cosmetic, doesn't affect security. Okay, this is just to add something to avoid this problems. Yeah, so basically this is the recommended setup. Monitor most categories. Okay. Block P2P and proxy, unknown application. P2P is this one, blocked by default. P2P means like the torrent, uTorrent, this stuff. Block it by default. And proxy, VPNs, and stuff, block it. Unknown application, enable it. Enable unknown applications. And disable unknown application. Enable and block non-default port. This one. Block non-default port. Allow log DNS. Apply principal profile to LAN to WAN policies. Add SSL inspection if you want. Next, realistic app. Key takeaway. These are the few things that we need to understand. No SSL inspection, limited app detection. So we need deep inspection. SSL inspection for application. Category order inside application control. You don't manually reorder, but priority still exists. The real rule: block a specific app. WhatsApp is allowed. Application level override. Only works in flow-based inspection. Cannot block encrypted application without deep inspection. Okay, right now, we are just creating here, right? We just created some profiles, right? But until now I didn't show you how to link it with the policy. It has to be linked with the policy. Okay, this is, for example, this policy, we have security profiles here, right? So I have to link it here. Okay, like if this is policy for web filter, we can link here, one filter, finish. This is how you link. Application control, this is the one we just created, link it here. You can save it. So this is how you link the policy with the security profile. Okay. And let's move on to the next topic. Okay, which is the IPS sensor. Really is a one-liner. An IPS sensor and rulebook that tells Fortigate if you see any kind of attack, do this action. Remember this, what he says. Until you attach it to the firewall policy, it does nothing. So don't just create a security profile, whether it's IPS or anything, whatever here, with whatever you create here, unless you link it with the policy from here, from the security profile here, it's not going to be reflected. It's not going to work. Okay. IPS means intrusion prevention system. Blocks URLs. Top option before signature. Block malicious URL. Let's start to see it here actually from the. Let's open security profile and IPS signature here. Create. No, not this one actually. Intrusion prevention here. So you can create one here. let's say IPS test profile. We have an option here to block malicious URLs. Block malicious URL. Yeah, so yeah, block malicious URL here. Okay, you can enable this one. Blocks URL embedded in an attack, like phishing kits, exploit kits, use Fortigate reputation. Happens early before signature evaluation finishes. Keep this on almost always. So you have to remember to keep this on. And IPS signature and filter, empty right now. This is where detection rules live. You can add filter recommended and individual signature advanced. Since it's empty, yeah. So let's say we create a new filter here. Severity critical or high, or OS Windows Linux critical. Yeah, so we can just filter by severity here, which is recommended, or by the client server, okay, or by the OS, because there are too many signatures here, so you cannot do it by so do it by severity here. Okay, these are the most severe, right? So, and add also here, and add also here, and this is fine, right? So we can make it this way, critical, high, medium. Yeah, so this above might be low, so we don't need to add it. And we can add also can add, yeah, to severe to, yeah, yeah, this is the best way. Filter top, bottom, individual signature. Yeah, so let's try to filter here. Status, we have the type, filter or signature. We have two options, and the recommended way is actually through filters, not signature. And filter the signature, because there is thousands of signatures. Okay, you cannot check one by one, but filter you can just check by severity, OS, or by something. And individual signature, very specific, highest. Packet logging, logs the actual packet, heavy on storage. So this one you should keep it disabled. So the firewall, so for setup, this is the best way to set it up right now. We're going to use critical and high filters here only. Action will be block. Default is what? Block. And log will be on. Okay, we will put it on, and low block malicious URLs, and yeah, you have to make sure logging is enabled, and you have to make sure SSL inspection, you're using the deep inspection. Okay, let's put OK and see. Okay, and scan outgoing connection to botnet. It says disabled here, but let's see what it says. Detects infected internal match C2 runs after normal IP. This is one of the most valuable source signal. Yeah, this is good actually. I'm not sure if you know about botnets. Botnets is when a hacker like controls multiple zombie computers, PCs, like to perform attacks, like and to send or to exfiltrate data from the network, like take outside. It's just using a command and control software. So this is actually useful. So you can monitor this one if you want, and make sure everything is logged. And yeah, and that's basically how we do it. Let's see how it works actually. Let's see how they are doing it. So this is how IPS works. Okay, how we can set up IPS, how we can link it with the policies, the same way for all, like the same as you just go here and you can link from IPS here and check which one is this one, and you link it. Yeah, and we have exempt specific filter botnet log. Yeah, let's see what you mean by exempt exactly. Let's go back to let's choose anything for now. Just let's see exempt. What's exempt? No. Let's see what is the Okay, let's go to the next part, which is antivirus, which is the last part actually. So antivirus security profile is perfect. You are now on antivirus profile. Big picture, scans files, downloads, email attachment, file transfers, detects known malware, some unknown threats. Works best after SSL inspection. Yeah, it's best after SSL. So behavior based like EDR. It's file centric. File scan simply means this profile is not configured and then scan, nothing special here, just profile type. Order doesn't matter here. This defines where files are inspected. Email malware. Treat Windows executable email attachment with virus. Okay, let's go to antivirus, how it works, see how it works. Yeah, so basically let's put here antivirus and antivirus test profile. So we can, what is this? This one must be inspecting at least one protocol to use this feature. Let's see what we need to focus on here. Inspected protocol, like order doesn't matter. Okay, this defines where files are inspected. HTTP. Okay. You do antivirus scan after selecting the inspected. You see before, if you, it will not allow you to enable this antivirus scan before choosing the protocols that needs to be inspected. So I think SMTP, most of the malwares are from emails, right? IMAP POP3 SMTP. It comes through emails. HTTP website downloads, FTP, it's old, CIFS is old. Check the malware over the protocols and scan. Yeah, so we can enable it however we want, and then we have to enable here. Either block or monitor. I think monitor for now. Protection on. CIFS only if you understand the impact can be heavy. So disable this one for now. Treat Windows with executables and email attachment as viruses. Blocks.exe. Okay, I got it here. APT protection options. Contact. Treat window executable email attachment as viruses. If you enable this one, it means anything .exe, .dll, .csr going on through email is going to treat it as virus. Not malware. Prevents email-based ransomware. Always on. And include mobile protection, malware protection. Protects Android Lite, useful and bring your own devices. Stores detected files locally. Stores local files locally. This quarantine, yeah. Useful for forensic. Uses disk space. Enables lab optional, yeah. Yeah. Virus outbreak prevention. Known virus signature outbreak prevention, and yeah. Use Fortigate outbreak prevention. It's not licensed, yeah. External. Blocks malware before signatures are published. Critical during 0-day outbreak. Remember, Fortigate has a database of known malwares and unknown malwares also. It's going to block 0-day attack, prevent before signature are published. Intelligence. If you want to use third-party intelligence, you can use this one. External. Red 40 client MS blocks. That's already endpoint here. So yeah. So what we need to know here is that SSL inspection is important. Without SSL inspection, firewall is completely blind to HTTPS traffic. Yeah, most of the traffic will come through HTTPS. IPS may block them and exploit. Seize the file. Okay, so IPS will come before antivirus. AV is your last safety net. So this is actually the order. First firewall policy match, then SSL inspection, then IPS. IPS comes before all the other filters. And then application control, and then filter control, web filter, and then antivirus, then logging. Yeah, so for beginners, it's recommended to enable HTTP, SMTP, POP3, IMAP, and FTP. Treat window executable as a virus, and file size, malware's file list. Yeah, exploit IPS, malicious site will filter bad app, antivirus. Yeah. Put IPS plus AV plus filter plus application together in one perfect policy. Yeah, put IPS, AV, web filter, and application control together in one perfect policy. Talk about this. Yeah, common troubleshooting checklist. Let's say traffic is not matching policy. Check order interfaces. Plus interfaces. Profile not triggering. Inspection mode. Maybe it could be inspection mode. Yeah, flow based. Or like the policy could be flow based, and the profile could be proxy based, right? Should be the same. Or SSL inspection, like you could have enabled certificate inspection, which is a basic SSL inspection, and it should be deep inspection instead. Like web filter not blocking HTTPS, missing deep inspection. Logs are missing, checking log mode, remote logging, high CPU, too many deep inspection rules, broad IPS, no hardware acceleration. If you try to access a blocked site, you can see it using forward traffic. So basically that's it. We just covered a lot of topic in 1 hour actually, and these are actually very important topics like security profile. We have already went through the policies in previous session and talked about NAT and CNAT as well. And this session we have closed the security policy. So in the next session we are going to talk about routing and VPNs. And yeah, to try to finalize like the remaining topics in this minimum 2 to 3 sessions. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and